Hello, everybody. It's not quite 8 o'clock, but I just couldn't wait anymore. I saw so many friends, and I didn't want to at least just pop on, go ahead and open up the link, and yeah, probably just make sure that nothing was going to go wrong at the last minute. I teach tech, and guaranteed when there's something that you really need, it goes wrong. For those of us who've taught in the pandemic era, I'm sure that we've had all kinds of things. So it is 8 o'clock, and I'd like to say again, welcome to Small Bites. This is the first and one of almost no other, but very, very, very few live episodes. Most of them will drop on Friday, but they will be you can access them whenever you need to, so that you can make the best use of your own time. So I'm here tonight live just to kind of have some festive moments. Again, thank you all so much. I see so many friends here, some friends from my professional learning network. If you're an educator and you're not on Twitter, get there. But what are small bites? How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Since the murder of George Floyd, so many educators have been reaching out and asking questions. How do I not get it wrong? How can I go in and not be a white savior? How can I help? What can I do? What should I say? What should I not say? And these are my friends. So it's not like random people, all the white people in the world are hitting me up. But I've even had some people who I didn't know who said, may I ask you a question? And my answer was yes. But I thought that this might be a better platform that would make me better able to reach a broader audience. So it's 8 o'clock now. I do not anticipating being here longer than 15 minutes, unless 20 tops, unless someone puts some really, really huge question that we need to attack right now. But the big thing is that I want you to not get tired. What I've found is that educators are thirsty for knowledge, and that has, in the middle of great tragedy, I've seen the world come together behind something that we've been trying to get happen for a long, long time. And so I want everyone not to get tired. If I try to open my mouth wide enough to eat an elephant whole, I'm going to either pop a jar, I'm going to get sick. And I want everyone to be able to find a resource that they can get behind, a few resources that they can get behind, that because we're in summer break, a lot of us, and we know that basically in fall, you'll have to balance family and hybrid learning and new training and all of these different things. And you'll forget that, oh yeah, that's right. There was that moment in summer protest. Yeah. Ooh, but I've got to feed the kids. So life happens. And what I'm hoping to do with Small Bites is to present you with some options that will take 0 to 30 minutes. Yes, 0 minutes too, to 30 minutes so that you can stay on course and stay the course, so that we will not keep landing at this same place over and over because of some tragedy that happens in our society. So that's what Small Bites is. It's not going to be live every week, so you don't have to come and hang out. But again, subscribe, get a notification so that you'll get the Small Bites notification, and you can just access it whenever you'd like. I will take a question from a viewer. This week we'll have a couple of special questions, one in particular, and I will do a Friday 5 at the end, which is basically 5 small bites that take 20 to 30 minutes, 15 to 20, 10 to 15, 5 to 10, and 0 to 5. So I'll do that as we close. But first, I want to go ahead and take a question from a viewer or two. I was only going to take one, but I just have to address this one. How does one use white privilege and voice when they're afraid of getting it wrong? And that's what my friends are asking a lot. I'm scared to get it wrong. What should I do? What should I not do? That walking on eggshells. I'm going to say this. You're going to get it wrong. That is one thing I am 100% certain of. You are going to get it wrong at some point. I'm Black. I'm going to get it wrong at some point. That's the nature of the beast. That doesn't make it easier. I know. But that whole getting comfortable with being uncomfortable, it's being not afraid to get it wrong and being able to say, you know what? I'm doing the best I can. I'm sorry I got it wrong, but I'll keep learning and then move on and forgive yourself, whether or not the people across from you are in a posture to be able to forgive you at that moment. So I just say, keep pressing on because it's kind of, think of it like parenting. You're not going to not parent your kid, but how many of us get it wrong on a regular basis, right? So yeah, that's kind of my big thing with that. You will get it wrong sometimes, but don't be afraid. Let's see. The next part of that question is, and I've heard this one a lot as well. That's why I really, really, really wanted to go ahead and tackle these. How can a white person help but not act like a white savior? Let me say that there are two different things: acting like a white savior and being accused of being a white savior. One thing I can say, I think, first of all, I'm not the voice of all Black educators or all Black female educators or all females. I'm not that one voice. I can simply give you my best experience, my lived experience, my experience as an educator, my experience as a pretty good educator, actually. So what I'll say about acting like a white savior, that's something that I see when people are self-serving. So that's just kind of the same way. If you're not a self-serving person, period, that's probably not going to be an issue for you. People who are self-serving, it's pretty obvious, and they generally have that reputation already on their campuses. I will say to the educator that asks this question, I don't think that's not going to be a problem for you. So, and know that as a white person helping, you might be accused of being, oh, you're just trying to come in and sweep in and that's sometimes, we're hurting in the Black community. We have wounds. And when I lived in Switzerland, my friends would come over and say, wow, you live around nothing but white people. There are no Black people anywhere. How is that? And I would say, the wounds of racism that I have are I got on American soil. And culture, white is really not white. There's culture, there's Irish, there's Russian, there's Swiss, there's German, there's Austrian, there's American, there are different kinds of people, kinds of cultures. And so basically, I didn't have the wounds with the people there. We didn't have any shared history. And so I am simply saying that we have wounds in the Black community. And sometimes we might get it wrong too. We might accuse you of being a white savior or of, well, you shouldn't say it like that. You should say it like this. Or why did you use that particular curriculum and not use this particular curriculum? There are so many things that can go wrong. But again, think of it like parenting. There are a million things that can and will go wrong, but that doesn't stop you from being a parent. And so don't let those fears stop you from using your voice. And okay, look, if I'm a white savior, then call me what you want. But I really feel I need to do this. I feel I want to be a part. And that's it. I'm like, take the help. All right. The other question I would like to tackle tonight is one from an educator whose name I will definitely mention because I like to shout him out. In this unprecedented year, Chris Quinn is finishing out 30 years as a wonderful, encouraging, heart work kind of educator. For those of you who might know him from Twitter, he's always got an encouraging word, an uplifting word. So if you want to type in the chat, hey, way to go, Chris. Hey, we're so excited for you. Give him a happy retirement kind of quick quote. I would love that. And his question is, as a white male educator about to retire, how can I best continue to support diversity across the globe? And he's saying that as a Canadian educator, but as I've been listening to The Drive and the Staff Room podcast from Chain Path, I've been hearing that there are issues, again, in racism is not an American invention. We got a lot of great things we've invented, but that is one that is not uniquely ours. And so, Chris, I will say to you, I think that the cool thing about it, when you are white and male, I remember learning in college about code switching. It was a psych class where with an emphasis on culture many years ago. And the professor was talking about how there's a food chain, a hierarchy in society. And That sounds really, really horrible, I know, but this was just what we were learning at that time. White male is at the top of the food chain. So you have a unique position to use your voice. And so retirement, I'm looking forward to seeing what your next chapter will be, but continuing to uplift other educators who are in the field still. Be the person that when they feel like, hey, I got called a white savior, or I really got called out because I said so and so, I didn't mean to get it wrong. Be that educator, be that mentor, be the person who, there are educators who are saying on social media or even in our circles, I'm the only person who's trying to do this and I feel so alone. Or I live in an area where people don't think that Black Lives Matter is a thing. What can I do? So be that mentor, be that voice, be that encourager that you are, and just, keep doing that. And I'd like to say congratulations to you for 30 amazing years as an educator. I've loved the time that I've been able to know you and been a part of the PLN with you. So thank you, Chris. My expository portion this week is going to be very brief. I want you to do some homework on Juneteenth. Does anyone know what Juneteenth is? I am going to tell you the story that I learned as a child, not what you'll find lots of much more information and better information. But Juneteenth, when the Emancipation Proclamation came out and slavery was ended in Texas and Louisiana, the messenger never got to Texas and Louisiana. There are stories that say he got shot, stories that say he got married and stayed in Georgia. There are all kinds of theories about what happened to the messenger. But the fact of the matter is, slaves were not freed in Louisiana and Texas until June 19th. And so we celebrate the Emancipation Proclamation on call it Juneteenth, on June 19th. So next week, if you're around, go and see Walter Greason, WalterGreason. Find him on Twitter, and he's doing an event around Juneteenth. So I would send you over to him. But look it up. It's really some interesting reading. We've got some kind of conflicted history, and that's one thing that you can kind of learn. I will also say, other than that, I am just about to close. I'm going to say, I thank you so much. Everybody's congratulating Chris. That is wonderful. Mr. Bravo, pretty stark, the difference in the experience of American and Europe. Yeah, absolutely. Living in Europe, I really saw why musicians fled racism and went to live there. I was, for the first time in my life there, not a hyphen American. I was just an American. And that meant something. I still kind of miss. Hugs. Okay, Chris. Okay, listen, I won't go through all this. Chris, go ahead and read the chat because most of this is for you and you deserve it. You deserve every bit of it. That really brings us to the end. Once again, Organisatorische Sache, that's German. So to organization, this will be not the last live event, but this will not be a regular live 8 p.m. event. Still, around 8 or by 8 on Fridays, the new small bites will drop and you can look at it here. I'll post it on my website and on all of my social media outlets. You can follow me by going to hedrick.com and clicking on, Twitter, Instagram. And if you want to see me do some really cringy dancing, you can actually check TikTok out. But And on Monday, I actually do a serious Monday Minute on TikTok usually as well. But most of the information you'll find, again, on Twitter, which is all education all the time, and on my website, hedrick.com. And now to the Friday 5. Oh, wait, I forgot. There was something I wanted to say about Louisiana. This is before I get to the serious stuff. I want to thank my PLN, crazy PLN, all of my friends on Twitter. And in particular, I got a present today. And this teacher didn't know that I was a weeper. And unfortunately, it was about 50 minutes to airtime. She sent me food. Rodrigo, check this out. She sent me food from Louisiana. And I don't know if y'all know this, baby, but my roots from Louisiana. We from Opelousas. That's where my people are from. And so we have had many conversations on Twitter about boudin and, crawfish etouffee and I've posted pictures of my gumbo. I say Twitter's all education, but there's some food in there. I've posted pictures of gumbo, big dark roux. I got a cast iron skillet, But I would like to say a huge thank you first to my team last night who came and watched to make sure that everything was okay technically, that my lighting was good. And then I wanna shout out the Cajun Grocer. And I want to read something from Tracy Smith, who says, congratulations on the launch of your hit YouTube channel, Small Bites. May we all learn from your wisdom, courage, and integrity. So I got boudin, crawfish boudin, pork boudin, and crawfish and goat cheese. I don't think I've ever had that. I can't wait. So don't look for me too long on Twitter because Mama's got to get her eat on. Thank you all for coming. Thank you for being a part of my learning community. I have not only shared wisdom and knowledge, but I have learned from all of you, from each and every one of you. Thank you all for being here, for wanting to do better, to be better, to teach better to that one student who is right there in front of you. This is the Friday Five, the first one. See you next Friday. Well, I won't see you, but come on back next Friday to get another helping. And here we go. The number 5 small bite of the day is watch Blackish or Mixedish. The cool thing about that is it takes, I think, 22 and a half minutes. They're all on Hulu if you have Hulu. Some of them are on ABC Go. You can get them on ABC Go. And I like those because they're campy, they're lighthearted, regular sitcom kind of things. But they always explain concepts about the Black community and historical contexts for certain things. So if you are available to do that for 22 and a half minutes, what I find is that many times we just kind of watch people who look like us on TV. But that's a great time to expose your kids to, even though it's a TV family, watch some TV with your kids, with your family. That's a quick one, 22 and a half minutes. So that's your 20 to 30 minute one. 15 to 20 minutes. Important. Find your local government website, your local city council website, your local school board website. Find out what the issues are in your community. I was talking to my son today about gerrymandering. That's still a real big thing. So how are districts being drawn? Are equitable shares of tax dollars going to all schools? Find those things out. If you know that, find an email address, pop something off, say, hey, I understand we're voting about this. Is it open? Have your children, if you're a teacher, have your students write your city councilman, have your students write those people and make an impact. Use your voice. The strategy number 3, 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, this is kind of a cheat. Visit tolerance.org, go directly to the magazine section and pick an article, any article, and read it. That will definitely take you 10 to 15 minutes or less. I'm saying it's a cheat because I double dog dare you to get over to tolerance.org and be able to just do one thing. There's such a wonderful source of many, many different kinds of resources. And I will say this, we are right now triaging the race relations in relationship to the Black community right now, but we aren't the only marginalized community in this country or across the globe. So as we finish the triage and get a little stability, I will also be talking about equity and other marginalized groups, and tolerance.org is a great place to learn about all different kinds of groups and biased language. And like I said, but the official strategy, go to the magazine section and read one magazine article. That's it. The number 2 strategy. Oh, this is so simple. 5 to 10 minutes, if that. Whenweallvote.org. Go to whenweallvote.org. Check your registration status. Voting laws are changing right now a lot. Go to that site, double check that you are registered to vote, double check and see what you need, if you need to have an ID to vote. And then I'm asking you to share that with one person. Hey, honey, is your mom registered to vote? Hey, send her this and make sure she's registered. Or all of you, if you are teaching seniors, make sure your seniors are registered to vote. So send whenweallvote.org. And I will go ahead and post all of those in a link on my website, so you'll have them as well. My number one strategy for this week is, it takes 0 minutes. 0, 0, 0 minutes. And it's a simple one. Don't waste your energy. I don't like framing stuff in the negative, but I got to. Don't waste your energy. Better spent for numbers 5 through 2. Don't waste your energy telling other people they're not doing it right. We spend way too much time oh, did you hear how she said that? Oh my God, did you read that? Oh, did she say that? Well, she's not the voice of all Black people. There's so much energy that we waste. So I want to call you all to have grace, forgive, let it go, just let it go. And really use your energy to do something good for your students, for your community, and not to tear people down, even if they're getting it horribly wrong. It's one thing to say to a person, ooh, I might have done it better, but let's just drop the wokest conundrum. Let's just not do that. There are no rubrics to grade who's the wokest, and there's no, at the end of this race, everybody wins. So there's no reason to, elbow each other out. All right, I think that's it. I have all of my 5 strategies completed. It is 8:21. As I said, I know y'all love to hear this on PDs. I want to give you your time back. I want to wish you all a wonderful Friday evening, a good weekend. Hope to see you all tomorrow morning for the Crazy PLN chat at 9 a.m. in Texas, y'all, 10 a.m. Eastern. And also on Monday nights, I'll be doing Rethink Learning with Barbara Bray. We put together a great document that's on the website. And one last thing I'd like to shout out, Cult of Pedagogy. Jennifer, this is all your fault. I did an article for her back in March, 9 diversity strategies. And since then, people have kind of said, hey, they have trusted themselves to come out to me and ask questions. And I'm grateful for the opportunity to share what I know and share my experiences. So like, subscribe, pop into hedrick.com. See you on social media. And again, there's so many of you. I see friends that moved away. Scruffy's person is there. All of you, Tim, Tracy, Jennifer, Pav, Keisha, Barbara, Denise, Kelly. Oh my gosh, so many of you. I just want to, Aubrey, thank you all. Thank you. Rodrigo. I'm going to stop at Bonnie. Hey, I think I got all the names. I hope I didn't miss anybody. If I did, count it to my head and not my heart. Thank you all for coming. Have a wonderful evening and see you on social media. Stop by next Friday to pick up your next serving of Small Bites. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Thank you.